Hey yo, back in the cube. Get rigged up, get rigged up, get rigged up. Get lit. Where are we going? Chin, neck? Let's go neck today. So, sometimes when we're talking freely, conversing with somebody, saying something to a camera perhaps, in a conversation, in a dialogue, in a monologue, however we may be doing it, if we're conversing freely, opening up and expressing, sometimes we seem to let go of a little piece of someone else. We'll be talking and then somebody else will come out of us, as if we've got a bucket of pieces of other people that we keep for moments where we need to say what was said to us. Now, that sounded kind of like it was made out of Lego, because in the shower before I was making this video, I showered, and in that shower I was thinking about making a video because I hadn't yet today done anything this expressive. And I was going over, so sometimes when we're talking, because I needed to get to the point of impressions and expressions. When we talk to people and we watch people and we learn from people and we listen to people, impressions are made upon us. And oppositely, when we are talking and expressing and imparting and expressing and talking and imparting, we are expressing and impressions are made on others. Now recently I've been getting into a guy by the name of Sadhguru, and he's a mystic, or he's a person, he's a human being, he's a piece of life, and he talks a lot in talks to people. He's in India, I think, I'm pretty sure, and whether or not he's in India right now is irrelevant. This part is becoming irrelevant. Sadhguru, awesome guy. I'll pop a link in the below part so that you can check out a video I watched recently. It's pretty damn good. So my point referencing Sadhguru is that he talks about briefly on separate occasions how he didn't study many various textbooks and many guides. His teacher was life itself. To be life and to be absorbed fully in life and to experience life and to enjoy the fruit of it, instead of becoming book smart and knowledgeable and intellectual, because the mind and its intellectuality, he says, is like a knife, and it's just about cutting and dissecting and blah 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 blah, and our personality as we see it in our mind is like a compilation of impressions made upon us by others and the external world. So my thinking, and from my own experience as well, in expressing freely to a camera and to other people, is that you can feel these impressions coming back as expressions. They were once expressed to you and you received them as impressions, and they made an impression on you, an imprint if you will, and then you push that back out, or let come back out the imprint. So he didn't do the studying thing and just became of life. Somebody sent him text and scriptures and he didn't read Sanskrit and all this la la la, very scattered. Somebody said to me recently, just today, a message: thanks for doing what you're doing. I watch your videos and I appreciate them. They always make me think, even if it is a bit scattered sometimes. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Back to the video. Though that's a part of the video. We didn't leave the video to say that. This is all a part of the video. Just like work-life balance is a whole lot of nonsense. Life is all there is. So get up to date, everybody. Don't leave this page. Keep watching. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, it's coming. So, in my mind, watching Sadhguru and hearing him talking about the difference between learning and experiencing and growing just through life from the source itself. Like, a tree doesn't learn how to be a tree by watching other trees and then going, okay, this is how I do it. But humans are very good at doing that. We're chameleons, like we learn by doing monkey see, monkey do, this kind of thing. And in schools we are taught everything is externally imparted upon the empty vessel, so-called empty vessel. And he basically is saying that we're not really empty vessels. We are empty vessels, but there is a source of great input within as well as outside, on the inside of us, deep within, beyond our mind, beyond our physical existence. And so I have this sort of, I don't want to say duality, because it's not really duality, it's just like this versus this in my head now, because I've been somebody who just wants to absorb everything, just wants to learn about everything, like consume, information, a collage. This is the thing that I thought of in the shower, the difference between being the original artwork of creation and being a beautiful, wonderful collage of the many derivatives of the original artwork. So I've been thinking about it lately and feeling like, so I lay it out like this. We are impressed upon by others. Impressions are made and we use those to build ourselves up, to add new features, add new sentences, add new type, like fonts, like adding new fonts to our dialect, to our dialogue. What's that word? Vernacular, to our vernacular. See, I saw that somewhere in the external world and then brought it into my internal world. But if we express freely often and experience and just focus and pay attention to our expression and to our experience often, then we will express the impressions. And as we see the impressions leave and continue to express, those impressions may still be residing somewhere, but we go beyond the world in which impressions are made, and we start to call upon another zone. We start to bring forward information from within. And I've felt this myself in my videos and seen other people do this kind of... Have I? I don't know, I just said that. It feels like you'll say something and it'll be, wow, I've never seen that externally and I've never said that before. That was a new thing for me. Entirely, a new thing is born. Now, there's nothing new under the sun, everybody knows that, but it feels new for this experience, for this lifetime, for this memory stuff. See, I let myself go off track because I feel like I can just come back. It feels like I got my storyline here, my narrative, and it's, oh, a little break, I can just dip down into this part for a minute and come back up and everything's all G. But if you dip down all the time, like I do, you get good at doing that, and it's difficult to continue solid, focused, attentive, straight down the line. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, press the like button, the thumbs up button. If you don't know what I'm saying, press the thumbs down button. Shit, and then I start to lose confidence, I start to lose momentum. But if I just keep expressing, I will find my way back to the center line of what it is that I need to express at this point in time, that needs to come from deep within me and not just from the impressions that have been made upon me, although they have contributed and although they have built the capabilities to be able to talk. Like, I didn't learn speech from within, although maybe you could argue you did, because you start making voice sounds. They don't come from outside your body, do they? Or do they? See, nobody really knows anything in this day and age, but we have this fun, cool new religion called science, where if you remember facts, you can claim to know things. Well, you can claim to know things, but things that are only known in this much space. See, now I'm trying to use impressions to be impressive. And it feels, for me, like this much space. It's paper thin, wafer thin. So, I will summarize, because of 9 minutes and 11 seconds in, that's not conspicuous, just a coincidence, that it's beautiful to be a collage. It's beautiful to take impressions and to give impressions and to be impressed and to express. And it's important, whatever you're doing, whoever you are, wherever you are, to keep breathing. Because if you stop breathing, and if all of you out there weren't breathing, the chances are, the odds would be stacked against me to continue breathing. And because I'm very interested in my survival and my sustainability, I'm being sort of facetious now. I have an awareness that I'm impermanent yet permanent, and an awareness that I am not really at all, but at the same time, a very tangible sensation of being a single being. So, thus the struggle. That's where we're at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Don't talk for other people unless you actually are all of everybody, which you are. So do as you please, but don't do harm to others, because others will do harm to you. You're in control here. Really, you are. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear the sound of my voice some more, and if you'd like to suggest how I can be less scattered without taking notes and making lesson plans, which I will not do. This isn't a lesson, this is me expressing to alleviate tension and the desire to express. So once again, big thanks, big shout out to Blake for your encouragement. It really means more than this much. More than this much. So who knows how much it means. More than that, that's for sure. And as always, I nearly said keep it carved, baby. Keep it carved. Do 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 do.